So, your best life isn't related to money, isn't related to stuff. Your best life is related to your heart and your mind. Getting the knowledge. I just dropped somebody off at a church, and I was talking to him. I asked him, the moon was so clear tonight. I said, "Do you think we went to the moon?" And he started talking. I realized he was not educated at all. He said, "Well, if you look at that antenna, it's right near the moon, and you know the planes can't go up that far." He didn't even know you need a spaceship. But my point is, he's going to that little 501(c) church that's probably got a pastor that's herding a bunch of sheep, and the sheep don't even know what a spaceship is. And so the sheep, instead of him educating the sheep about reality, and talk, this came up many times in different conversations. How come the preachers aren't telling you about the poison in the food, and the poison in the medical system, and the poison in the media and all that? I mean, they have to be a part of the Illuminati. They have to be. The poison in the sugar. I mean, you spend your whole life and you don't really do any research to find out that this place is a death cult. Anyway, my point is, if you escape the death cult, if you see past it, if you have the truth, if it's truth's in your heart, then you get set apart, you step out away from these people, and you don't yoke up with the unsaved, the ungodly. And that's your best life, to stay separate from the world, the flesh, and the pride life. That's your best life. Even if you don't have much to eat, you can get some onions and garlic out in the yard and heal yourself and stuff like that. Your best life is not about stuff and money. Your best life is getting some truth, getting some knowledge, and living the simple life. That's your best life. Even if you had all the money in the world to travel wherever, it's still dirt, still pavement, still trees, still grass. It doesn't matter where you go. It's the same dirt. It's the same sky. It's a blue sky. And usually if you have all that money to travel, you use around people who are plastic. They're fake plastic people. Plastic people with plastic agendas who have sold their soul to the devil, who don't care about winning souls, who don't care about truth. They just want to be worshipped as a god or a goddess. And it's their truth. And so in other words, if you got the truth, you got it made, people. You got it made. You got it made in the shade. If you're saved, you got the truth, and you find a job you like, or career, or have your little space in this world, you got it made, to be honest with you. Made in the shade. Create a routine. Create your little side business. Offer up. Sell some stuff on eBay or something. And just chill. Don't let it stress you, Try to get you some dental insurance is the main thing. If you can keep your dental right, you're good. And your health, you can just do some fasting and eat, like I say, garlic and onions, and you can solve a lot of your health problems if you just do fasting. But the simple life, why does it have to be complicated? Why does it have to be travel everywhere and go here and go there? You go to a place where you don't really belong, I just don't see it. I'm going to fly to Hawaii. What happens when the plane messes up? What happens when you get stuck out there? There's people, I've been doing it. People get stuck in a city. Stuff happens. These truck drivers, they'll get stuck in a city. They're working on their truck and they're out in the they get broke down out in the middle of nowhere. And they're not even from here and they have to go to a hotel. Raggedy old hotel, and you pick them up with Uber and they tell you their story and you're like, well, it's going to take 3 days to get the truck fixed because they got to get this part and all that. And that's just one example of how. And think about the singers and all. All that loud noise and music, and it's all in people, and you're people pleasing, and you got to say the right thing. Think about these guys that run these circuses. You really think, how much grease and tar and dirt and work is involved in a circus? And they're just traveling all over the place, and who wants to be a part of that? Find you a spot and live a simple life. That's what I'm talking about. Manage your stuff wisely as best you can and pray for the best outcome. Don't let anybody pull you into some kind of fake reality, gaslight you, pull you into another city that you don't. There's a lot of companies that say, come join us and we'll take care of you. A year later, you're stuck in some place you don't even need to be in because they lied to you. Promised you the moon and didn't give you anything close to the moon. Look what happened with Twitter. And he laid off 80% of his people. And all them people that work in Twitter that got laid off, they thought they had it made. Some people at Google got laid off. They thought they had it made. If people live below their means, what do they got over here? A party? Be some loud music, bro. People live below their means. They wouldn't worry about getting laid off. They just go get a job somewhere else until they find what they want again. What's the purpose of this? I've talked to a lot of people in my lifetime, online, offline, and a lot of people. And the happiest people I know are the ones who find them a spot to stay in and just live a simple life.